Okay. All set on that. So I meant to get alcohol before I started streaming, and I was just gonna like drink more and more until as the night progressed, but I forgot. And I needed to start stream, otherwise I would have gone out again and grabbed it. But I'm just a dumbass and forgot. I was hoping to get 13 tonight. Okay, everything looks good on that. Okay. Bro, that was so loud. What the fuck? Okay. Now, it's been a hot minute since I played this. I know we were in our bedroom and we were like all settled in, and then we were at like nighttime. But other than that, I don't remember anything else. Yeah, I saved like right as we were about to exit. And I know for a fact I already looked at everything in this room. I just don't remember what it says. Okay. I also don't know any of the controls. Okay, that's something. Crouching, jumping. Oh. Okay. Can we not like fully crouch? And I know we were accused of killing the queen or something? Assassinating the queen? Oh, wait. This wasn't where we were last time, was it? Still look familiar, not gonna lie.
Hello, Corvo.
Sup?
Your life has taken a turn, has it not?
I think we all been there.
The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that we call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
You know, back in my day, we just used Grinder. Power Blink. Press LT to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can also use it to move upward, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward and climb up. Okay. So let's press. Hold LT to target your destination with okay. Precision. A blue sphere indicates that you should reach your destination. A blue arrow indicates that you will climb up when you reach your destination. Oh, it's actually really nice. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna clear my throat a lot because I just ate, so. Anything in here? Would you guess for a ride? Damn. Well. Was that not on the thing? Was I? Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. It seemed like it was. Yes, Mobby. Aw, hey bestie. Never looked better. Let's see. Following letter. Cannot save her. Oh, well. Damn. Oh, a chest! Hero spiritual remedy? I mean, do I have to? I'm assuming that's just when I use it up. Can I upgrade like the range and stuff in the future? But this. Corvo, I'm very sad. They say that you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. Okay. I'ma try. Oh god, the foreheads. Jesus. Damn it, I'm trying to punch him. Anything else? Any juicy secrets? Is that the dude that framed us? It's a little dramatic. You lose one game of Risk and all of a sudden gotta throw a tantrum. Who are you? What the hell are those? Uh-oh. Oh, so like the edges, that's actually really cool. To use Blink to climb in the power of the edge of a roof, ledge, or other high surface. Okay, that's really nice. Oh. Such a weird sound effect that plays. Yeah, he framed you. Careful with some edges though, it can be a little picky. Okay. Was Pepe there or did I miss that? Was it not working right now? Let me double check that before we... Okay, no, it's working. I just want to make sure. Hey, Pepe, hello. Ooh. No, there's a chest right there.
Follow. Your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines.
That's why I said my mom was like, wait,
my name.
Are you the
These
son?
runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands.
Thanks.
With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden.
I feel like this could have been an
Listen
email.
to the heart now, and find another rune.
I'm telling you, grinder hookup. Ah! The heart. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing a bone charm or rune, and it beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press LT while targeting a person or location. Okay.
place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort in bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds, nor centuries.
Femboy magic queen he is. Don't be mean to the outsider. Runes and acquiring powers. Once you've collected some runes, open the journal and go to the power section to exchange them for powers. Runes can be collected and used to acquire supernatural powers. Dark vision. See in the dark and see living beings through walls, including their fields of vision. Representations of the sounds that you make are also visible. See in the dark and see living things through walls. See useful objects and security system through walls as well. For stealth. Well, we're not really good at that. Level 2, rapid forward movement for a longer distance. Allows control of animal targets for a short duration, human targets. Slows time. You move normally. Summons a swarm of rats. Swarm will also consume corpses rapidly. Powerful wind that can push back or knock down enemies and shatter doors. Unaware enemies who don't see you turn to ash as they die. All enemies turn to ash as they die. Ooh. Jump height is increased and falling damage is reduced. Build up adrenaline, then trigger brutal melee fatalities. Vitality. Health is increased, health regeneration is improved. So really I can only either get dark vision or vitality. I'm assuming there's like a limit to what I can get, or am I allowed to get all of these? Quiz. See tutorial. Oh, you're probably in a game. Because I feel like I should, as much as I love having more health and stuff, I feel like I should get dark vision just because it feels like it's going to be a lot more useful. Right now, at least. I think I get dark vision.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I
Highly
will be
recommend dark
watching
vision.
with great interest.
Well, I did get it, so. But can I get... My question was, can I get all of them, or... Super violent? I'm going to try not to, but chances are I'm probably going to flop anyway. But what my question was is, can I get them all eventually, or can I only get certain amounts?
A reminder to all citizens, inspect your neighbor's faces closely. If there is any sign of blood on the eyelids or cheeks, you must notify one of the city watch.
Piero is an inventor who's available to craft and upgrade equipment. Piero spends most of his time in his workshop. Samuel the boatman has smuggled you across the river from Coulter's prison. He works for an underground movement opposed to the illegal reign of the Lord Regent and has brought you to meet the members of the organization.
Early stages of the play involve
Bone charms provide small supernatural benefits. Look at them by listening for the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charm. Okay. What do they do? The Journal of Granny Rags. I don't remember if I read this or not. Of course I'll tell you, dearie, I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street, where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside, warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. First two are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera Marais, everyone would say. Your house is as grand as Boyle Manor. Better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said, and he was just barely a man, so young. Painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint, glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home, no. We traveled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles. Beyond even all the way to the red cliffs of Pendicia to dig in the rock and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband, then I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me, make me another present, and he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower. The royal headsman himself now, my little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and gleam. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup and then he was sick. Better bones was all, for my little mute boy carved in the name of the one with black eyes, and after my husband was gone, given away as birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old and don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie, especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys, always meddling with an old woman just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me in the dreary night with stars above and below, and always the one with the black eyes, dearie. White rats can be consumed for mana. What? Power effects slightly improved. Right, white rats won't attack you. Are these like permanent or? Do they only last a little bit?
Be advised, the river crossing spreads out.
Early life and criminal record, Slackjaw. You want the chinwag on Slackjaw? What he was like when he was young before he got his name? Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of the Bottle Street gang. Time was young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little ones anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with a plan, give everyone some part to play, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along, because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin. Plus none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all taking in a body shower in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wide idea. He wasn't big on planning and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw. Hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. He looked to see if there is going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off of it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reach his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door, bellowing like a blood ox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins and the shark hook bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hook sunk into Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and it took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going, until finally it was just like Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb. But apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market, another slipping and falling into the water out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly opened wide and a Tivian pear stuffed into his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, offers to the underbosses telling him they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-eyed Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business, real neat-like, calling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as a boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Damn, this is a long one. I don't think you can get them all one playthrough. There is New Game & Plus, though, if I remember. Okay. Word went out among the Royal Spymasters Snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers in the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions, from Sokolov or Piero. Health elixir or spiritual remedy they call him. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still, where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in the slums was sick and business was good, but after a while there were so many people down with plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over and the Watch started using all that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys, and them arc pylons. They put up a wall of fight across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. Well, Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on the boat bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive so far. That was so much reading. Ooh, a pouch! Cultist? Collected 10 bone charms. Yeah, do the bone charms stay, or are those something that you have to redeem? And they only last for a certain amount of time. I'm getting a lot of the New Queen Street, and I think they broke the map rotations again. Oh no. Did I just get a... I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I think it was just a thing. Okay. For over a year now, I have lived away from the Abbey without the company of my overseer, brethren, or the guidance of the blind sisters of the Oracular Order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse, and the nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I have taken my meals with killers. At times I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. My beard has grown long and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street and Hatter gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who are not fit to live, executing them justly and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among my murderous colleagues without taking the lives of the innocent. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Dodd in order to get close to him. Of all of the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Dodd. It is said that his mother was a witch from one of the archipelagos off the Pandician coast, taken captive by pirates venturing far from the Isles. According to the legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead and the witch controlled the crew, with Dodd still a shadow in her belly. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy, moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years, we now believe, he spent traveling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning and in hidden basements, frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Dodd is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself, and for a time, before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. From a nearby rooftop he gestured, and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dodd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds and enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dodd was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There could be no doubt, Dodd is an agent of the Outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dodd is dead and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way toward him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again, until Dodd breathes no more. He said I took that personally. Okay, and there's this one. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I'd expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning, I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us, but I know they do. They must. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the royal protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety. But a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or even asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Kaldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. The water lock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person is going to slip in and will suffer for it, mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plan for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers of the watch. Why do I worry so when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I have been working too hard. Dinner and an evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. Disnorth? Ooh.
Attention Dunwall citizens. River traffic is forbidden from landing in the Distillery District due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the Flooded District for treatment and rehabilitation.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore. That's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh,
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder? I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Hi there.
good day, Master Corvo.
Oh, Master, damn. Excuse. Who's that? Oh. Ah! Oh, hi.
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sokonan chambermaid to wife.
On second thought, this story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad here and there.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet. Although father... to deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
Okay. Can I help you, Wallace? You're my way.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has...
And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy gray waste of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way, and to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt.
spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
A Gafford's Tale. After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime, but it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne, fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every part of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you can imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandysia, even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years came back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, sleek and singing... long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir? Clothes so in my very home. I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tivian. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. It is so wrong for me to be here. As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. Oh my. Khalasar, your skin is so warm, it burns. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You two have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. Right. Who are you? Oh, Cecilia. Ooh, whale oil. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beast up close. Nothing had ever fired up my spirit so, as the wind and pounding waves racing after our wounded whale being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes. But she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Weird flex.
Corvo seems to have arrived in good shape. Much better than I expected, given what I've seen of Coldridge Prison. He seems willing to work with us, and he shouldn't lack for motivation. The man has lost everything. We'll judge how he performs in the field. And if I can, I'll find a way to test him personally. Attention, citizens of Dunwall.
Was that it? Didn't I already read this? Yeah, no, I've read this. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as a dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge, and if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Oh god, I'm stuck. That's the one I read. While each of the Isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Brenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as the Gray's Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. There's so many tongue twisters in that one. Oh yeah, no, I read that. And we read that. Okay. I think we're good. And then I have a pub master's key now. I also don't know how to like sheath something. There we go. It was starting to get a little annoying. Is this where we already...
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Any money I can steal?
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you.
Okay.
Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin.
Piero can craft and upgrade gear with the money you collect. Bringing collected blueprints to Piero will allow you to unlock new upgrades to buy. These services can be assessed by talking to Piero at any time.
He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the How Pits.
He's a master strategist. How did he get caught? What you've read here is the truth, regardless of what you will hear from the authorities who rule over us. It is not a matter of coincidence that the former royal spy master is the one who stepped in when the late empress fell. We, who will remain nameless, believe that these events are interconnected. The signs of oppression are all around us. The Sokolov designs, originally intended to provide light and warmth in our homes, have been turned against us as a means of inspiring fear and controlling our movements through the city. And where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported. A wild theory? Perhaps. One of our members risked her life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called The Exquisite Tallboy, extolling the virtues of this newest member of the City Watch. To those in the streets below, these virtues are horrors, spread by stilted thugs who rain down fire on the sick and the poor. To these eyes, the Tallboy is another government bully, armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored and standing high overhead, looking down at the common people of the city. We now know that the Tallboys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain, but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite? We think not. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors, and remember, when the tides are at lowest, the truth will be revealed. Okay. So,
Oh, Corvo? If you've a moment.
Ah!
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
I'm always an assassin. Oops. Ensure Captain Kernrow survives his visit to the office of the High Overseer. Okay. Oh. Ooh, okay.
I overheard the Admiral at breakfast, talking about the Overseers. That's all I
If the
heard.
heart keeps beating,
And I think
does
it's
that
better if
mean
I
that
don't
the
know too much
spirit
about
is
what you
never
keep.
released into oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within?
Where's the one
It'd
dude?
be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
Ooh, workshop key.
What can I do for you?
Grenade. Oh, I can just buy runes? Recommend optics, range, bullet, and bullet capacity. And then charm as you can. So I was asking if bone charms are permanent or if they're for a set period of time, because it doesn't really specify what the bone charms do. It just says I can equip them. Bone charms are all permanently active when they're equipped. Okay.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of Seeds has increased. Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills Hound, and money changes hands.
Powers you obtain from runes can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through the environment. Blink from roof to roof, possess rats and fish, or slow time before rushing a group of enemies. Mana consumption, none. 8. Damn, is it too high? Ooh, what's that? At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandyssian continent as a place of wonder, where all of life has entwined and blossomed across eons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults of submen engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent and came back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there, in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself, but to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
It's not delivery, it's river crust. Ooh. Oh. Ow. I thought that meant I would climb. Okay. That was a lie. Hey bitch, what's up?
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Oh wait, actually.
I'll be here.
There is one thing I want to. She's still upstairs.
What can I do for you?
Bro, put the fucking grenade away.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Distillery District. Mission clues.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. And there are the real odd birds living on the fringes like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. Don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
Delicious. Nom 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 nom. The Battle Street Ring. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Talk to Granny Rags. Okay. I'm assuming I shouldn't be out and about.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it.
Dearest Gwen, the city is going to burn. I've sold everything, so there's nothing for me here now except you. I'll wait for you where Clavering Boulevard crumbles into the river, where we used to meet. We'll take the money I've made and bribe our way into a passing whale ship. I won't leave without you, and if you won't come, I'd rather be rat food.
The boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is. 1, 2, 3, heave! Good. Keep them coming. Hey! What is it?
I think that last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Make it 3 more months. Well, he ain't moving no more.
One, 2, 3, heave!
Damn.
1, 2, 3, heave!
Nasty little filth.
Attention watchmen. This district is now considered a highly infected area. Residents are to be escorted to adjacent neighborhoods or delivered for immediate deportation to the flooded district. Remain in position until qualified personnel have completed the removal of infected bodies.
Garbage, 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 garbage. All of it. Oh no, that's not
All
a
these
nice
rats crawling
thing.
all over
Just
everything.
garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. All of it. I told you the night.
No. Oh no.
I think the little birdies are sad today. Granny, 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 come out with me instead. Granny, 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 you can't be God's toy I told you the knives go on the left. They always. Dear? Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies. Here. Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Ah, well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you? Granny, 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 come out with me instead. Granny, Granny.
Oh, there it is.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
Yeah. Ooh. Well, I haven't really been killing though, is the thing. I forget how to kill, if I'm being honest.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left.
Let us in, Granny.
I bet you can't even hear us.
She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing.
They are burning whales.
I'm gonna dump you in the river after I
Bro, what the fuck? Ooh, loot. Also, why do I have this out? I don't know how to... Okay. Like, I wanted to shoot.
Oh no, that's not a nice thing. Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come. Granny, 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 come out with me and play. Granny, Granny, Granny. I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that Slackjaw is the worst lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present.
Okay.
Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious. But they're shy. You'll have to go or they won't come. Oh no, that's not enough. Garbage.
When you sneak, it will present an option to knock them out or assassinate someone. Mine just had hold RB. Do I let go to assassinate them? Because last time I just made them unconscious. Do I just let go?
Attention. All citizens, John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area. Any citizens are liable to search or imprisonment at the discretion of the City Watch.
Disable it by removing the whale oil tank. Climb up the crates to the right and use the roof. Find another path by following the streets to the right. Possess a rat and use a small tool. That's great. Oh, okay.
Half the block dead from the plague. Better them than us. At least some of them had money. 1, 2, 3, heave! One, two, three, heave!
Good.
Damn. Oh, ouch. Okay, they still dropped something. Damn, do I have to get the rat? I think I have to get the rat to get that one.
Talk to us like that. Fact is, Bottle Street is here to take its cut. So reach into your pockets and let's get this done.
Yeah, and the inspection fee. We can't help it. Just the way we...
It's the first... I don't want to read this.
Let me out! Hey!
I owe you, brother. I won't ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Fair enough. Sorry, go ahead. Let's see, what's in here? Ooh, coins? Hell yeah. Oh, there's something upstairs. How do I... Ah, okay. Reinforced bolts. Bolts stuck in enemies break less often. Didn't know they could break in the first place. Bone charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from father to son, old man Salt to greenhorn still getting his sea legs beneath them. In the old times, men cut into the tusk of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of bears that roamed the isles north of Tivia. Once the whale trade began, the practitioners went to engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon to a man's vigor or a defense against pregnancy. Damn. Okay.
It's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap. Stupid goddamn
Oh, hey, I'm on the other side.
Attention, Watchmen. This district is now considered a highly infected. To be escorted to adjacent neighborhoods or delivered for immediate deportation to the flooded district. Remain in position until qualified personnel.
Ugh. I don't even know if we're gonna get that. Get the main mission done.
Stupid goddamn.
They love to grumble. Entering the icky doctor's abode? Oh gosh.
Huh?
Stupid goddamn. Son of.
Are these bitches just poor, or are they just not? Born and raised in Bristol, I spent my formative years in our smaller cities before settling in magnificent Dunwall. There in the capital city, I learned to appreciate the finer things. When the opportunity arose to document my travels to Serkonos, Tivia, and finally Morley, I left my position as a clerk for the late Lord Estermont. Perhaps, like so many in Dunwall, I suffer from being excessively cultured, but I found Morley disappointing. Over the course of this journal, I will explain why I found the Festival of Turners to be tiresome despite the high banners, bare feet, and red robes, and why their renowned jellied ox tongue is something I will be struggling to forget for many years to come. There's rats in there. Assorted human remains, strong appetite, one bag Tivian pears, bruised, rotted, rats uninterested. One tid potted whale may eaten, human torso, no trouble finding corpse parts, no feeding, aggression increased, incident of cannibalism, incident with previous maidservant will withhold feeding until first day, month of darkness. Galvani. Oh! Oh! Can I just kill him? Seems like it. Is that enough? Yeah. Mind your business and mind your manners. How about that? Anyway. Absolutely not. Oh. Okay. building key. Okay. Restrict the restless hands, which quickly becomes the workmates of the outsider. Unfettered by honest labor, they rush to sordid gain, vain pursuits, and deeds of violence. Of what value are the hands that steal and kill and destroy? Instead, put your hands to the plow, the fork, and the spade. For even the lowliest labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body. I hear more rats. Oh god, that's a lot. Okay. Much of the public still harbors false beliefs related to the plague. It is not true that the bile from river crust will protect against contraction of the disease, nor is it true that crushed Morley orchids act as a remedy, though it is speculated that both of these ingredients are used in both Sokolov's elixir and Piero's remedy. Consumption of these products before exposure to the plague constitutes the only known means of resisting the disease. Further, the Abbey of the Everyman warns against superstitious practices. Not only is it ineffective to burn 2 hagfish and a cat together, inhaling the vapors while chanting the names of the plague dead, but it is also considered heresy by the overseers and will be met with the full measure of the Abbey's laws. Tell your neighbors and practice these things yourself. Avoid contact with the infected. Consume your ration of elixir daily, preferably in the morning, and report anyone suspected of carrying the plague. Everyone must work together to stop the spread of the dreaded contagion. Ooh, bullets. Hey rats, how's it going? What is that?
The door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yeah, I think so.
Then you have to scrub. The rats get their vital essences everywhere, the doctor said.
Vital essences? Does that mean guts?
I think so. So your hands need scrubbing. You're unclean.
Unclean? That's nonsense. Can't we just...
No, I told you. With rubbing alcohol and white vinegar.
All right, all right. What is he doing though? Ambrose says he needs rats to cure the plague.
Your friends are ignorant. The doctor is a brilliant man. If anyone can save this city, it's him.
The royal physician's going to save us. Mayor's new elixir is twice as good.
I don't understand how Galvani can admire Sokolov. Royal physician or not, Mayor Tilling's a beast. A superstitious philanderer who spends more time with prostitutes than he does in the laboratory.
Is this what it's going to be like when we're married? It is, isn't it?
I hope not. I'm telling you now, I don't have the endurance for it.
Stupid goddamn Elven son of Arlen dies.
The men I set out with are good sailors. No doubt half of them have cut their teeth on the rascally pirate ships spawned in the Serkonan archipelago. Or they were, I should say. Half of them died before we sighted the broken red cliffs welcoming those who would visit the far continent as it is called. Sickness, infighting, poisoned by a school, or would one say a flock, of small fish that fly over the waves like birds, landing in the hundreds across the deck, pricking any that touched with toxic quills. 2 thrown overboard by gusting demon winds. The quiet Tivian navigator simply dead in his bunk, wrapped in his white furs, eyes wide with terror. View across the ocean in the distance to Pandysia is greater than most would imagine. More died climbing the cliffs, and now with but a handful I stand looking across the greatest expanse of land that exists. My allies are frightened, for this is beyond them, and now their captain is dead too, stung by something that resembled a prairie mole, but reacted with great apoplectic outrage when handled. So it falls on me to lead them.
What?
I've been invited to a soiree at the Boyle Estate. Of course I won't attend. The 20th day of the 7th month, the month of high cold, is the day I met Anton Sokolov at the academy. Why would I tarnish the anniversary of the most important day of my life by licking aristocratic boots? I have no time for fools. I will be solving the riddle of this plague. Perhaps I'll raise a cup of Tivian Red. Dear Miss Benton, when cleaning my study, I ask that you constrain your efforts strictly to the floors. Please at all costs refrain from attempting to clean or arrange my bookshelf. In fact, it would be best to keep away from it altogether, otherwise I'll have to reconsider the terms of your employment. Regards, Dr. Galvani. P.S. Since I'll be out of the city for a few days, I've left next week's pay as well. The bank was closed, so I'm afraid it's short by half. You can count on me for the remainder next week, of course. spring razor trap can be attached to any surface by aiming at it and pressing LT. It will be triggered as an enemy approaches it, throwing up a cloud of shrapnel. Okay. Finally got to play the game as Ayari. Nice! Very nice. Whoa, what is all this? Galvani. The latest case should arrive within a week, containing all the components you need. Be careful with the white phosphorus. Can't have you getting phossy jaw like the tanners at the edge of the city, poor bastards. Sorry you have to practice in secret. The vivisectionists should be celebrated. Revered even. Cutting up rats should be done in the town square with a crowd of eager students taking notes, not in some dirty little secret room hidden behind a wall of books. Anyway, lucky for you to have an old friend who never left the academy. Let me know what else you need, but remember it might be a month before I can put together another shipment. Yours in knowledge, Artemis Moore. Procurement Clerk and Provisioner, Academy of Natural Philosophy, South Wing. P.S. Next time you're nearby, come in for an afternoon. We've stayed fairly insulated from the plague since so few come and go here, and we've got quite the stock of Tivian brandy.
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander's Zoological Survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
Used to be you'd go out with a bag, a stick with a nail in the end, and catch as many rats as you could in a night. The city watch paid by weight. My husband Benjamin and I mostly worked alone and we got by. If we found a place where the rats were real bad, sometimes we'd hire a crew of street rats to work with us, the younger ones who didn't make trouble. We'd pay them with bread and apple cider. Once the plague came, the rats were different. Meaner, bigger, and a little quicker. You had to watch yourself. If you got cornered, they'd turn and the swarm would come back at you. I barely got away with my skin a few times, down in the sewers. The bites hurt afterward, but it was the sounds they made that stayed in your dreams at night. It got more dangerous, and the city watch started paying better. But that didn't last long because after a while, too many people had been stripped clean, trying to fill up a bag. One slip and they'd be all over you, gnawing and trying to chew down to the bone. That's how I lost my poor Benji. Flavors are melting on my tongue. Okay, let's see. For over a year I've studied this cursed plague, collecting and dissecting rats by the thousands. Given the rapid gestation and maturation cycle, it's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. The rodents themselves seem immune to the plague, but they pass it readily between members of their own species, perhaps through mites. The blood of the rats tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague. As such, a nagging question remains. The rats collected in the poorest parts of town and the slums exhibit the oldest strains of the plague, while those found near the docks, where the foreign plague-bearing rats would presumably have entered our city, exhibit a younger strain of plague. Could this mean that the rats were transported to the slums in some way that is not obvious? I will continue my research. If nothing else, I am living proof that Sokolov's elixir and Piero's remedy are very effective at protecting against the plague, if one consumes enough of the stuff. Little is known of Bakoti. Credited with a series of pamphlets arguing against the whaling trade. While he is gifted, his views are nonsense and threaten the economic underpinnings of the empire. Enslavement. On the breeding and husbanding of whales versus hunting the beasts in the wild after a natural and free life cycle, Cody offers no solutions for where these massive, malevolent creatures might be pastured. Dissolution. Laments on the destruction of social bonds between herd members, but Cody actually uses the term families. Harmony. Drivel on the aesthetic wonder of what is, in reality, the great and terrible ocean that ever threatens to swallow us. Includes arguments on the gentle nature of the brutes, a notion refuted by seamen who return to shore, wide-eyed with tales of the whale's savagery. Disruption. Here Bakoti is on his weakest footing, issuing up feverish warnings against the displacement of transference of natural beasts from their native environments. How to get in there? Yeah, money. I've been asked to tell the problem, so here it is. It's been every year that we work like men gone mad during the month of nets. I don't hardly see my family. It's bad enough that the works is clogged with trash from the catch, pieces of crates and nets, but the water smells of hagfish guts too. We gotta get it done before the month of rain, or you know what. And it ain't like we get help from those pricks in civil engineering either. Been at this job for nigh on 28 years and I never seen one of them come below, except to measure will it hold when they go putting up one of their fancy new bridges. So these last 3 years have been the worst, and here's why. It's the river crust moved onto the works. We hear a man ahead yell and scream like he's burning up, and we all climb up fast. No other choice. Hello? Oh, what? Combination required? Oh. Yo, you got the combination on you? .287. Was that a 3 or is that 4? Nice. Oh, they're awake downstairs.
somewhere around here. We know you're here. I know you're here.
Peace.
Well, is it on?
What's it look like? Blow off, Hayburn. Go on. Toss the damn rat already.
Ow!
Dwarves! Get past him!
Uh-oh.
You're gonna bleed.
Anyway, it's not what I meant to do, but get fucked anyway. And none of them survived. Corporal Meadows. We found this strange rune on the woman who used to sell pastries up the street. Not sure how she died, but since the thing looks superstitious, we set it aside for the overseers. After your shift is over, take it to them for disposal wherever they do with them. Don't forget. Okay. So I think I need the possession one. Oh, it's 3 runes? Oh my god. To be fair, if I do this mission for the one lady...
The oil in these...
So true, bestie. Oh. Okay. Where is this? Ow. Hello? Ah! Okay. I don't know what to do about that. Just trying to get up, dude. This thing is such an ass. Anyway. Like, I'm looking right at it. Why can't I just go? Ugh. Entering hostile zone. Okay. Oh shit.
Word is, he's like a phantom. An army of shadows in front of him.
Ain't he just a boss? Like so?
This is one of swordsman crazies, does
Explosive bottle.
bone charts.
You sound afraid.
I am. Down ain't no ordinary man. Touched by the outsider race, given dark powers. He can slip and float across the world.
That
Yeah, for sure. It's no coincidence that most men won't use this.
is it true that he lives in the flooded with them weepers and wild hounds?
That's what they say. Perfect place for a paid killer.
Oh, I'll find you. Hey, we're gonna find your sorry. Someone's about to get shaped. Help me look for him.
Drop an enemy from above and press RT just before landing on him to perform a drop assassination. You won't take any damage from the fall.
Where are you? Don't let him get past. I know you're here. Come on. Spread out. Come on. Spread out. That's it. He's gone. What
Get
is
away.
this?
Must have been nothing.
Is anyone there? Must have been.
Did he see me? Who was that?
Definitely somebody about. Watch it. Gotta keep my eyes open.
Keep an eye out. We got company.
Do I land on them? I'm confused. Okay, well that didn't really work.
Not fast. Definitely somebody about. Watch it. Rat.
Like it did, but like.
Little bastard.
Oops. Damn.
Keep an eye out. We got company. Definitely somebody about. Watch it. Okay.
I hit the wrong button.
Come on. Let's get
Oh my god. I hit the wrong button. I'm not used to it being LT. I'm not used to anything in this fucking game being R2. All that for nothing. Anyway. Also, it wasn't even worth getting that. So the fact that I can't like actually control that is really fucking annoying.
Come on. Spread out. What's this business? Is anyone there? Hey, any fools settled in over here?
Corvo's seed? What? I'm coming tomorrow to check on the badge. Make sure you're wearing pants this time and stick to the recipe. 1 part Sokolov's elixir, 1 part beach gum paste, 2 parts sugar water. That's it. The more of the real shit you cut in, the less there is to spread around and the less coin I make. Saint of Charity. Across the Empire, Old Dunwall whiskey is not only the finest libation of its kind, but it's also an important cultural tradition among discerning folk. Sophisticated and common alike. Captains moving their ships across the Great Ocean always have a bottle in their quarters for occasions. Fine restaurants and bars keep it in stock, and farmers across Bristol exchange Old Dunwall whiskey when healthy children are born. Some might disagree, preferring highbrow drinks such as King Street Brandy or one of the other brands from Morley, but sales of Old Dunwall have been brisk through the early years of Empress Jessamine Coldwind's reign, a trend that is expected to continue. Aged and bottled in Dunwall's distillery district, Old Dunwall whiskey is what you want. Oh shit.
So he goes, not to the Abbey or the office of the High Overseer, but one of the other places, where they train the Overseers to be real religious. Crazy. He just wants to know where his brother's going. Sneaks it. You know Eddie. Go get at it when he's sober.
Grimsley job, hitting the dumbwaiter on.
Ah!
I know something's up.
What the fuck?
Run and hide. Somebody get after it for the hack.
Oh my god. Really? Anyway.
Got this bastard up to the hangman. Kicking his teeth.
Somebody.
Your corpse.
Bruh, that shit is so fucking annoying. Anyway. Sorry, not fucking sorry. You just mind your fucking business. Anyway. Very rarely a potion gives you full mana. Oh god. Wait, what? Bro, we're... Attach an empty elixir vial to the spout before you turn the thing on. Turn the valve on, collect the full vial, repeat until empty. Do not break vials, do not spill any elixir, no free swigs. Is that like a bunch of fucking families or like I'm confused? Cause I feel like we're infecting more than just them. You are? You are what? That's like, does not help. I said two different things. Ah. Oh, so if it didn't hide bullshit behind the, having to have a specific skill, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but kinda had to. Sorry about it. Don't make me do it.
Spread out. Where'd you run off to? Where are you? I know you're here. All fine. Where are you? Where'd you run off?
Like, I need to have that stupid rat thing, otherwise I wouldn't do it. So I wouldn't care. But, yeah.
That will never walk. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Now I can stroll along the waterfront in peace. And don't think I've forgotten your little gift. Go on upstairs, dear one.
Yeah, that's cool and everything, but it just sucks I have to be an evil person just because I can't get a thing. Oh. Can I even do anything? Oh. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? She was shy in the month of hearts, hiding from my scented letters, a sun-dabbled cure for my loneliness. She was smiling in the month of rain, eating figs straight from the tree, a dream of sailing around the isles. She was wed in the month of clans to her sailor cousin from Guerrero, a shrill bird drilling at my chest. She was dying in the month of song, struck by a disease from the east, a terrible kiss on her distant lips. Hey, bestie. Delicious. Happy birthday. Thank you, Jam Sandwich. I guess let's do this. Cool. Okay.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. It makes me wanna dribble dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. Ooh. Oh. Bruh, how would I know that? Are you shitting me? That is so dumb. Okay. Slightly more often? Ooh. Speaking of white rats, where's that one? I'm feeling hungry. That was so stupid. Makes me feel like the ability is just you phasing into an area, but no. It's nothing. Anyway. Okay. Take the blackmail journal, and then we're also supposed to keep that one bitch alive. Oh, is he right there? Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and save and switch to the next game. But I'll do a quick BRB so I can stretch.